Good morning, students. We are continuing our topic accounting for partnership firm fundamentals. Yesterday, we discussed the meaning of partnership and the features of partnership. Today, we will continue that topic and then we will discuss rights of partner, duties of partner, and last, the definition of partnership deed and the content of partnership deed. Now, according to you, what are the rights of a partner? If you are one of the partners, what should be your rights? Okay, like all the partners have or should be allowed to take part in the management of business. All the partners have the right to take part in the management of business. This is the first right. Okay, no partner should be stopped from taking part in the management of decision or in the decision taking process. He has invested money, so he has the right to take part in the decision making process of business. Second, all the partners have right to inspect the books of accounts. Now, accounts is the language of business, we can say. No, it tells you about the financial position of business, it's about its profitability, about its liability. So all the partners have the right to go through the books of accounts to know about what is happening in his business, okay, in his partnership firm. Next, all the partners have the right to share the profits or losses of the business partnership firm in the agreed ratio. Okay. No partner should be denied his share of profit. Okay, if the partners have agreed that some of the partners will not share the loss, that is a different thing, but all the partners have right to share the profits in the agreed ratio. Next point, all the partners have right to retire from the firm by giving a proper notice. In the partnership agreement, the procedure of retirement or admission of partner will be mentioned, and if the partner, after following the proper procedure, wants to retire from the firm, it is his right to retire. Okay, next point in rights of partners is that at the time of admission of a new partner, if some of the partners want to take a new person as partner, and if any one existing partner do not want that new person to be admitted as a new partner, he has the right to refuse the admission of the new partner. Without the consent of all the existing partner, no new partner will be admitted. Okay, no new partner will be admitted without the consent of all the existing partners. Then the next point, if any partner have advanced loan to the firm, he has the right to get interest on loan at a agreed rate. And in case there is an absence of agreement, then the partner will get interest on loan at the rate of 6% per annum. Okay, so what are the rights we discussed? The first one was right to take part in the management of business. Second, inspect the books of account. Third, share the profit and losses. Fourth one was right to retire from the firm after giving proper notice. Then the fifth one was no new partner will be admitted without all the partners consent, and then partner will be entitled to interest on loan advanced by him, interest on the loan, okay, advanced by him, and in the absence of agreement it will be 6% per annum. Now next heading which we are going to discuss today is duties of partners. Like rights, all the partners have certain duties also. Now see, every partner should devote proper time to the business. He should pay attention to the business. He should take part in the management of business. He should go through the books of accounts. He should help other partners to take proper decisions. Okay, so it is his duty to devote proper time. Next, it is the duty of every partner not to engage in a competitive business. Okay, so that the firm do not suffer any loss. In case he engages himself, then he has to he will be he has to compensate the firm, or the profits, his share will be taken by the firm. Now every partner should act within his authority so that he doesn't cause any or due to his actions no loss is suffered to the business. And in case of his negligence, if the firm suffers any loss, he has to indemnify the firm. See, in the normal course of business, if loss is suffered, then it is the part of business. But due to the negligence, willful negligence of partner, if there is any loss, he has to indemnify the firm. Okay. Next, partnership deed. It is very important point. Okay. Now we had already discussed what is the meaning of partnership deed. Okay, partnership deed is a written document containing the terms and conditions of partnership relationship, partnership firm. Okay. Now see, as discussed earlier, the agreement can be written or oral. It is not necessary to have a written agreement, but it is always advisable to have a written agreement, so that in case of disputes, the disputes can be settled easily. If partnership deed is not there, written partnership deed is not there, then the oral agreement cannot be implemented properly in the lack of proof. Partnership deed act as a proof in the court in case of disputes. So it is always advisable to have a partnership deed. Now what do we mean by partnership deed? It's a document prepared with the mutual consent of all partners, and it contains all the details about partnership agreement. In simple words, we can say that partnership deed is a written document containing all the details about the agreement between the partners. Written document containing the details of partnership agreement. Okay. Now see, this is also important. The partnership must be signed by all the partners and must be duly stamped to make it a legal document. Without the sign of all the partners and without being stamped, it will not be considered as a legal document. Now another important point, contents of partnership deed. Now if you are a partner, what will you include in the partnership deed? Just think over that. If you are one of the partners and you are entering into agreement and you have to write a partnership deed, what all things will you include? Simple things, no? Like first thing, you will include your own name, partner's name, address, the capital contributed by them, the nature of business, okay, the address of the business. If the profits are to be shared, the ratio in which the profits and losses will be shared, interest on capital, interest on drawings, salary, commission if allowed to partners. Okay, these all things you will be including, no? There are many more points, but you keep in mind some important points. Okay, like the first one, name and address of partners. Okay, next, nature of business. Third, capital contribution by each partner, interest on capital, interest on drawing. Okay, the rate of interest on capital, rate of interest on drawing, the ratio in which profit or loss is going to be shared. Next point, okay, interest on partners loan, rate of interest on partners loan, salary or commission if payable to the partners. In case of reconstitution, that is, reconstitution means if the old agreement comes to an end and new agreement comes into existence, if any change in relation is there, it is considered as reconstitution. So at that time assets are revalued. So the procedure for valuation of assets, liabilities should be mentioned in partnership deed. Rules to be followed while admitting a new partner. In the same manner, settlement of accounts in case of retirement or death of partner. Okay, so these all points have to be included. There are many more points, but these are some important points which you have to keep in mind always. Okay, read the book. Many points of partnership deed, contents of partnership deed is given. Go through that. If any confusion, contact me. You can message me anytime. Okay, for today we are stopping here. From tomorrow we will take new topics. Okay, that is provisions in the absence of partnership deed. So please read all these points, the previous part and today's video, please go through that and try to remember each and every point.